Brand strategy decreases frustration, saves you money, and helps businesses grow faster. How do you get started with the basics of brand strategy and make sure you're incorporating them into your next project? Stay tuned. In this video, we're going to cover some basics that are big business strategy that you can incorporate in any project you might have. Hi, my name is Andrea Reindl. I'm the founder of Legacy Creative and a brand strategist. For the past 13 years, I've been working behind the scenes on numerous different businesses, helping them bring brand strategy to everything they do. So that includes their marketing campaigns, their onboarding of new clients, their onboarding of teams, and creating educational programs. All of it starts with a brand strategy, and that's what we're going to share with you on this channel. Today, we're going to talk about some very basics that you should bring to any project so you can incorporate brand strategy. If you want to know the difference between branding and marketing, be sure to check out my other video on that because that will help you understand when to bring branding into marketing projects. Branding tends to be confusing. I get it. That's why I'm on a mission to make this as simple as possible. Remember, brand is about a feeling, marketing is about a motive, and ultimately, all you need is a few things done well to be epically good at branding. The first thing any brand strategy does well is talks about who's the ideal client. Now, it might go by a bunch of different names. Maybe it's ideal client, maybe it's right fit client, maybe it's an avatar. There's a lot of different ways for saying who's the person that ultimately the business and the brand is going to serve, and how do you make their experience as epic as possible. Understanding who you're talking to is the fundamental of a good brand strategy. There's a lot of different ways to go about segmenting people and understanding them. One of my favorites is Myers-Briggs. I use it all the time when I do brand strategy. Another one is the brand archetypes. There's 12 of them. I use those in brand strategy as well. There's other tools that you can use to get really clear on who's your ideal client. Knowing who your ideal client is means that you know things about them, like what are their values and what are they looking for? What problem are you solving in their life? And ultimately, why are they paying you, the brand, for anything? Whether it's that they're buying a product or they're buying a service or they're getting coaching from you, anything, you need to understand who's your ideal client and how do you find more of them. One of the fun things about a good brand strategy is that it also identifies who are the clients you don't really want to work with. Who are the people that just naturally aren't a good fit for your business? Getting clear on that helps you know how to attract more of the ones you like and how to repel the ones that you don't like. If you want more information on ideal client, I have a video on just that. You can check it out here. All right, another thing that every brand strategy does really well is they have a voice or a verbal guide. This goes by a lot of different names. I've heard it called a voice guide, copywriters often call it that, or it could be called a verbal guide. Basically, it's all the words that you're going to use to describe your brand. This includes your mission, probably your values. It includes maybe your, what I call brandable bites, or the parts of your brand that you want to use over and over again. It will include a tagline. It may include a glossary of what are the words and the definitions that are unique to you and your business and your brand. It also includes things that you maybe want to have your audience connect with. Another thing that might go in your verbal guide is, what do you call your clients? Or what do you call your team members? So an example of this is at Starbucks, they don't call their staff employees. What they call them is partners. And Lady Gaga liked to call her fans little monsters. All of those decisions would have been made in the verbal or the voice guide, and it's a core part of any brand strategy. Another thing that great brand strategies have, and all of them have that, is the visual representation of your brand. A lot of people think that your logo is your brand. I don't. I think it's part of your brand. So when you think about the visuals for your brand, you want to think about everything from logos, fonts, colors, probably a mood board, which is your style of photography and how do you want people to feel when they see your pictures. That helps your graphic designers hugely if they can do that. Graphic designers, if you're watching this, you know that's one of the more important things that you have as part of your job. It also includes photography styles. What should you be wearing in photo shoots, or your uniforms? How do you want the people in your company to dress, or what they should look like? Or what do your take-home containers look like? All of that is visual brand strategy. And your visual brand strategy is a part of your overall brand strategy. One of the things I think you should have in your back pocket if you are building a brand is a graphic designer. And graphic designers, if you're watching this, one of the things you should have in your back pocket is a great copywriter. Having people that are great at copy and great at graphics work together will give you one of the best brand strategies you've ever seen. To recap, 3 of the core elements that are in every epic brand strategy are: who's your ideal client, what's your voice guide, and what's your visual guide. If you're a subject matter expert and you're good at what you do, what you need to be doing is focusing on what you're best at. Having a solid brand strategy means your team can implement on your behalf and feel like you most of the time. It's so important. If you're someone that's working in a creative team or you're a freelancer, understanding brand strategy means you know when your limitations get to the end of what you're good at and when you should be bringing someone else in to help you create a really solid strategy. My favorite thing is when teams work together to create strategies that work for everybody. I hope you found this helpful. Please like and subscribe and share. We come at you every week with helpful information and inspiration to create amazing customer experiences.